2015. If you don't have a paper, you can read in the screen and write down the question in your notebook. Okay, this is the paper. This is the question. Right, 2015. Which of the following? Question number 35. So we are looking at question number 35. Which of the following pseudocode segment is equivalent to the logic of the given flowchart? So flowchart is given. Now you have to find out the equivalent pseudocode. Okay, go through one by one and see which one is the sorry, which one is the equivalent pseudocode. Who is Nuha, Fatima Nuha? Better you change your name to the original names, right, which you have registered here. Yes, Raisa. Okay, good. You can send the answers if you have done. But yeah, just go through the flow chart as we learned in the last class. Go one step by step. Okay, check first step. Okay, you should convert this first step. Then is the first step. Then you know what is the second step. Then you know so on and so forth. So you go one by one. Zahrin, yes, very good. You are correct. How about others? Umar, correct. Right, correct. Hafsa, correct. Hani, correct. Very good. Najat, correct. It seems easy, no? So we are working on question 35. Which of the following are correct? Which of the following pseudocode segment is equivalent to the logic of the given flowchart? So they have given the pseudocode as well as the flowchart. Okay. Just try your best. Easy one. Try it so you can do right. The main thing with programming, whatever the program you learn, right? Maybe Pascal or Java or Python, whatever, you should practice that, right? It's like mathematics. So you should do more and more exercises. Just because you know, okay, what is the loop? Okay, what is the for loop? You can't. I mean, actually, you can't. I mean, unless otherwise you practice, you do more questions. You can't. You can't master this that concept. So you have to practice. That's why I'm doing more example here. So try to understand. Okay. Any other answers? Anyone? Rida correct, Huda correct, Atika correct, Fadila correct. Okay, excellent, good. Right. Any other answers? Yes, Uzma correct. Okay. Now, when you convert this, right? Okay, look at this one. Okay, first it says A greater than 25, right? That's simple enough. If you look at all the answers, that is there. Is that clear? The first part? First part is clear, right? Okay. Now it says if you look at the flow chart, you have two parts: true and false. True and false. Okay. Okay. Now with the if condition, if the condition is true, so it says if this is true, you do this one. Else mean what? Else is if false. The condition is false. or the no part. So true mean yes part. That is the basic one, right? Is that clear? Okay, let's look at the second one. If condition A less than 5, that is wrong, no? All the conditions. So A greater than 5. So this is wrong. So you don't need to go inside. Third one, condition is correct. Then if the condition is true, what you have to do? You have to do P. So that's also correct. Is that clear? Okay, now else. Else is what? What is else? Else mean condition is false. If the condition is false, if it is not true. If it is not true, what you have to do? Go to the flow chart. See, if it is false, there's another condition. If else, then there's another if. If less than, that's also correct. Okay, then do are, that's also correct. Because if the condition is, if the condition is right, okay, there's a mistake. If the condition is, look at this one, look at this part. If the condition is true, what you have to do? If the condition is true, what you have to do? What is this step? Yes, you can talk.
Do Q.
Do Q, not R. So it should be Q. So that is wrong. So that's the problem with this third one. Okay, let's look at the fourth one. Okay, who can tell me the problem with the fourth one? Why do we say fourth is not correct? Who can tell me why the fourth one is not correct?
They have put if B is greater than 10 instead of if B is less than 10.
Yeah, that is, yeah. Okay, so if you look at this one, right, Arthika? Right, so, okay, if A greater than 15, that is there, 25, that is there. So this part is right. That if that is true, the condition is true. Try to understand this, that is important. If the condition is true, do the P, right? If it is true only, do P. So you, okay, if it is true, do P. That is correct, no? That is correct. Else, it says do or if the condition is true as well. Yeah. Okay. If else mean the false part. Remember, else mean false in the flow chart. So false part in or the no part in the flow chart. So remember this, right? So you come to the false part. There's another condition. B less than 10. Okay, that's wrong here because B should be greater than 10. Sorry, here B greater than 10. It should be less than 10. So that answer also wrong. So we know this answer is wrong. Third answer is wrong. So we know automatically first one is correct, right? So if you look at the first one, so you can say if A is greater than 25, if the condition is true, what you have to do? You have to do P, right? That is correct, no? That is correct. Else, if false, there's a condition B less than 10, do Q. If it is true, do this one. That's also correct. Else, if it is false, do R and end if because there's two end if. You know why? Because the nested if statement, there's an if statement inside the if. We say it's a nested if, so that you will find two end if, right? So you're ending the first, the inner one, then the outer one. Right? Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Okay, next one. Next question. Should be 39. Okay, let's go to the 39. Right. Read this question, 39. Consider the following pseudocoda segment. So, and you have to answer the by looking at the above pseudocode. Right, okay, correct. Raisa, correct. Rida, correct. Excellent, okay. 39, read the question. It's easy. Zaharin, very good, correct. Umar Shari, correct. Fadila, wrong. Fadila, read again, go through that. Right, you should be able to find the answer. Hani, correct. Hani, correct. Najat, correct. Salhan, correct. Fadila, correct. Arkam, correct. Okay, Samiha, correct. Shihan, no. Shihan, it's wrong. Try again, right? Okay, now let's see. Okay, I'll give 1 minute. Okay, finish it. Right. Now, Shihan, no, Shihan. Atika, correct. Right. Consider the following pseudo code. If the marks greater than 50, right? The marks is greater than 50, then you have another if. Okay. Okay. I know we have not learned this, so don't worry. Now we have a problem, right? Okay. Now it says first answer, if marks greater than 50 and the fail subject is 0. So you have two conditions. First condition say if the marks 50, then there's another condition if the fail subject is 0. Okay. Then, okay, we have another second answer. If the marks is greater than 50 or fail subjects. Okay, now we have to find out the difference between this, the and o. These are we call logical operators, right? Okay, don't worry about the names, right? So we say it's a logical operators. We do logical operations, right? Okay. So as you have already found out the answers, okay. Tell me, what is the difference between and o? Okay, so we have two conditions, right? I think we learned this under logic gates, no? Yeah. So it's not new to you. Yeah. So the same logic, You remember the truth table? Okay. Who can recall the truth table? If you come to the truth table, I think most of you, not except few, most of you were in my grade 10 class, no? So okay, let's come to the truth table. So I started with the truth table. Remember? So if we have, let's say, input A and B, right? Let's say two input A and B, true, true, false, false, true, false, true, false. Okay, now tell me, if it is an AND, what should be the output? Yes, who can tell? Raisa, can you tell me the output? If it is 1.
True, sir.
Sorry? Okay, first one is 2, okay? What about the second one?
True.
Look at this one, Raisa. Oops, sorry. This says 2 and 4, right? If you recall the AND operator, right? Remember, if you recall the AND operator, when both conditions are true, we say, okay, if you have a mobile device, or if you have a laptop and internet, or if I have an internet and a device, I will definitely attend the online class. So look at that example. If I have a mobile device or device and internet, I will definitely attend the class. So if I have only one, if I don't have internet. So it's like I don't have internet. So can I go to the class? Can I attend the class? If I have only and have a device, I have only a mobile phone or a laptop, but I don't have the internet. Can I attend the class? I can't. Now, third one is like, okay, I don't have internet, but I have a, oh, so I don't have a mobile device. I don't have a device, but I have internet. So still I can't attend. Fourth one, I don't have a device, so I can't, I don't have internet. So this is the AND operator, remember? So AND mean when the both conditions are true only, right? When the both conditions are true, right? When the both condition, if you want, you can note down this. If you can't, if you don't remember this, right? This is the logic of the AND operator, right? I think I explained this initially in the logic gate class, but it's like around 1 year, no. Okay, true and F, true and F. Okay, maybe if you want, you can note down. This is your AND operator, right? So if both conditions are true only, right? If both conditions are true, look at this one. If both conditions are true only, the results or the output will be true. Okay, how about the O? Who can tell me the O operator? Okay, when you have both true and true, right? Zohra, can you tell me what happened? Yeah, someone tried. Yeah, go ahead. It's okay.
In an O operator, only if one condition is true, the output will be true.
Yes, very good. So only one condition. Okay, so at least one condition, Zohra. Okay, because if you take the first one, they are both are true, so output will be true. Second one, only one, at least one. You have one true. You see one T, no? So condition output will be true. Third one also you will see one true, so true. So both. So this is the O operator. So this is actually from grade 10, right? Yes. So this is okay. Now you should be able to, because before you answer this question, you should know what is AND and O operator. Okay, we are going to do the same thing, right? With this one, right? Now look at this one. So when you have this if condition, right? You have if average marks is 50, then there is another if inside. That means, okay, tell me, okay, should we satisfy both condition, right? Let's say, okay, we have a marks, average marks. We have average, right? 75. What happens if the average marks is 75? Program goes, okay, it check here. Okay, marks is greater than 50, right? Okay, let's go to the next step. Now it check the fail subject. Okay, if the fail subject, whatever, if it is 0, let's say fail subject 0, then it will go to the next step. Is that clear? That's how it works, right? Okay, if I ask you this, okay, my marks is 40. What happened now? If average marks, right? If the average marks is greater than 50, then you go inside. No, but my marks is 40. What happened now? If the marks is 40, the condition is false, right? This is false. So now, if this is false, will the program go to the next statement? Will this statement will be executed or not?
It won't be executed.
Very good. It won't be executed. Why is that? Why? Because first condition is false, so it won't go inside, right? That's how it works, right? Now, that mean, right? That mean, okay, let's take the first one now, right? So what I'm saying here is, if the first condition is false, this won't. Even the second is true. Let's say if the second is true, it won't work. That is the idea, right? Even for the first condition is false, let's say, okay, my fail subjects are true, but the program won't execute the second one. It won't go to the second statement. Okay, let's think like this. My average marks is not 40, 75. Now what happened? First statement, if average marks greater than 50 is true. This is true. This is true, right? then it will move to the second one. Right? This can be okay, this can be true or false, right? Right. Now look at the answers. Okay, if average marks greater than 50 and fail subject 0. Okay. Give me a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, I don't know. There's an announcement going on, so just wait 1 or 2 minutes, right? Right now, first we'll try to, Sami, I will come to your question, right? Okay, now look at this one. First answer, so I'll explain from the answer. Okay, if average marks greater than 50 and fail subject is 0, right? Now look at this one. If the average marks is greater than 50 and fail subject equals 0, okay, if this is true and this is also true, okay, then the scholarship is true. So that is the basic idea, right? Both conditions are true, so that's they have given in the pseudocode, so don't worry about this. So so if the average marks first one, right? So okay, if this is true, right, then go to the second one. Okay, that is what in the first one. Okay, let's come to the second one. If the average marks is 50 or fail subject is 0. Now what is the problem? So can we use the O here? Can we say O? When you have a if, like nested if inside another if, right? When you see a if inside another if, remember this, right? If you see a if inside another if, that means if the first condition is true, only the second one will work. But no mean, if you have a no operator, if you say no mean, right? It can be either. That's what the no. Remember this one, truth table, right? Remember the truth table. When you have a no operator, right? Zuhur, I think you said it's T, F, F. Sorry, not other way. No operator T, T, and F. Now, if at least one is true, at least one is true. See, this is true, this is true. Then this is true. At least one is true, output will be true, right? That is a no operator. That is O operator, sorry. That is the O operator. Right? At least one. So it can be the first one true, or the second one, either, right? Any of this can be true if you say O operator. Is that clear what I'm saying? Okay, even if you say, okay, even this condition is false, right? In a no operator, this will work, but always with a nested if, you will find an operator. There's no. With a nested if, inside another if comes, right? That means it's an and, it's an and. You should satisfy both condition, right? In order to go to this scholarship is true, you should satisfy average marks is 50 and the fail subject 0. So that is the idea. So remember this point, right? You can forget anything all other truth table and everything. So okay, that is just to justify my answer. So you remember this when you see a if condition inside if, like nested if, nested if. So what I'm saying is, if, okay, if you have if like this, you have if, let's say marks greater than 50, okay, then let's say, okay, if you have something like this, look at this one, everyone. Okay, then do something. So we end the if. Now we have another if, let's say average greater than 75. Then, okay, when you see something like this, okay, there's another end if. Okay, now what is the difference between these two if statements? Who can tell me the difference? Who can tell me the difference between these two? What is the difference between these two type of statement? So second type is not nested, okay, because if you take the two if statement, okay, if look at the first, I'm talking about this part, right? If you take this type, shall I write it again in a clear place? Okay, let's say if, okay, look at this one, you have a statement, if statement marks greater than 50, then okay, let's say you have some statement, okay, do this and that, and end if. Then you have if, right? If average greater than 75, then okay, do this and this, okay, what end if? Okay, what is the difference between these two? This is called the nested if inside another if. That means if the first condition is true, then only the second will work. So it's an and. But this one, the second one, this one, okay, these are independent. First can be true, second can be false, whatever. It's independent from the first one. Is that clear? They will run as two, very good. They will run as a two program. That is the difference, okay? That is the difference between the first one and the second one. So when you see a nested if inside another if, all right? So you should remember the condition is always what? What is that? Maybe if you want, you can write down in your notebook. That is and. This is and. So if the first condition is true, only the second will work. Is that clear now? So it can't be O. So if Samiha, it can't be O, right? It can't be O. It can't be O. Right. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? Right. So now if you look at this one, right? If you look at this one, so we know it can't be O. Second one is wrong. What is the problem? Third one, if average marks greater than 50, then fail subject equals 0. Is that correct? If the average marks is greater than 50, no, there's another if. So that means there is an and. So the and should be come. So third one also wrong. Fourth one also we have the same problem. There is no and or operator. So it's again the fourth one also problem, because if the average marks greater than 50, then scholarship is true. No, that is wrong. Right? So correct answer for this one is the first one. First one, right? So you try to understand the logic here. Okay, shall we go to the next one then, if you don't have any questions? 2015 done. 17. Okay, we'll go to the 2017. 2017, question number 35, I guess. Is that 35? No, not 35. Question number 28, sorry, 28. Okay. Right, here's the question. Right, 28. Can you do the 28? Consider the following few pseudocode. Right, again very similar to the previous one. Okay, go ahead and do this one. 28 question 2017. So what is the answer? 28. Yes, Umar correct, Najat correct, Raiza correct, Umar Shari correct, Frida correct. Yes, Uzma correct, Salhan, Reema. I don't see your answers these days. What happened? Right, Zuhra correct. Uzma, I said right, correct. Fadila correct. Yes, it's very simple, right? So everyone can do now. See, it's again a nested if, right? Look at this one. So that's why we have to learn it very clearly. So they repeat same type of question. So when you see a question, when you learn it clearly. So you should understand why this is wrong and why this is works this way. Zaharin correct, Shihan correct, Atika correct, Fadila correct. Okay, now what? Arkam, Rima, what is the answer? Lakshini and Nirukshi and Kirtika. Okay. Nirukshi, can you do this now? Arkam? Yes, correct. Hani, correct. Okay. Okay, now look at this one. Consider the following pseudocode. If the average is 70, if this is true, average is 70, then we have another one which says another condition. If sport color is true, sport underscore color is true, then all round award is true. Okay, now you know what, right? If average is 70 and see, and operator is there. That's what I'm explaining, right? So and is there. Is that clear? So the first one is the answer. But when you for let's say you have two ands, then you have to look at the answers, right? Maybe if you see okay another and here, then you should check, right? Maybe something is different. So now you know there's only one and then it should be first one. Okay, average is 70, greater than 70, and sport color is true, yes. Then all round award is true. If you look at all others, if you look at the third answer, if average is greater than 70, then all round award is true. That is wrong. If the average is greater than 70, we don't say it's all round award is true, because we should check the second condition. We should check the second condition. Okay, so what is the point here? When you see a nested if, the and we say that it's kind of an and. So both conditions should be satisfied. In order to execute this statement, right? This should be true, then the second condition should be true. Okay, is that clear? Okay, if you have a condition like this, okay, if you have this, if average, right, greater than 70, then let's say all round award equal to, else, right, all, sorry, else, no, we'll say, anyway, we can't have, okay, else if average less than 70, right, then let's say all round award equal false. Okay, now look at this one. Now look at this logic. Now tell me, now if you look at this one, if the average is greater than 70, okay, then if the average is greater than 70, okay, now, okay, in this logic, if you look at this logic, which one is correct answer from four of this, I mean, from this the answer list? If you look, okay, take these answers, the answers. Okay, now I have changed the logic here. This is the pseudocode. Okay, what is the suitable answer here? Third one, yes. So it's the third one is suitable one. If the average is greater than 70, then all round award is true. See, right? Yes, okay. Now you can, I think it's clear, right? Any questions here? Okay, now let's go to another one then. If you have any questions, please raise. You can ask me. Okay, let's go to the same paper. We'll go to the 20. So we are doing, we are working on 2017. This is 2017 paper, right? 2017 paper. So we will go to the next question, which is, sorry, this is 2017, right? So, okay, we'll go to the 2018 paper. Okay, question number 35, very similar one again, right? Question number 35, but okay, question number 35. I don't know if 35, do this one, 2018 paper. 2018 paper, question number 35. So consider the following pseudocode segment and which of the following statement is correct according to the above pseudocode, right? So you can read the answer and check the pseudocode. So first read the first answer and check whether it's working. Okay, it's working or it's true with the pseudocode. Right? Then read the second answer and check whether it's true with this. It's true with the pseudocode. Right, correct. Uzma, correct. Yes, right, correct. And Uzma, correct. Raiza, correct. Arakam, correct. Atika, correct. Very good, excellent. So it's I think it's clear for you guys, right? Rida, correct. Shehan, correct. Very good. Fadila, correct. Hafsa, correct. So you read the pseudocode and so you read the answers and check the pseudocode. Hafsa, correct. Zahrin, correct. About others. Najad, correct. Yes, Salhan. About others. Rima, Zuhra, what is the answer? Umar, Samiha, correct. Right, okay. Shall we? So you can read first answer. Okay, look at the first answer. If distance equal 99. Okay, let's take distance is 99. Now this one says if the distance is greater than 100, no. Okay. So what happens, Zuhra? If the distance is greater than 99, we say distance is 99. But here, if distance is greater than 100 only, you do this one, then go to this one, then go to this one. But the first one says distance is 99. So what will happen? What will happen? Yes.
It will be false and the program won't execute.
So it won't execute. So because the condition is false. Very good. So that's clear now. So there's, you won't see any output here. So you won't see anything here. So this is wrong because it's a distance equal 99. Second one also we have the same problem because distance equal 99 and vehicle type is bus. But here, okay, look at this one. If the distance is greater than 100 only, you can go into that room. You can enter to that program. So that others, whatever the other condition, don't worry about the second part. So both answers are wrong. Is that clear? So both have this both has 299. Okay, third one. If distance equal 101. Okay, now tell me. Let me. If I ask, I don't know. Let's say, okay, Hani. What happened now, Hani? If third answer, right? If you look at the third answer, if the distance is 101, now the condition is what? This condition is distance is 101. No, this is true. So payment option will be true, right? If the distance is 101 and vehicle type, okay. Now look at this one. There is a variable called, right? There is a variable payment option. There is a variable called payment option. Okay, that's what they initialize it. Okay, option. Okay, what is the initial value? What is the initial value of the payment option? Okay, what is the initial value of this payment option? This is false. This is false. Is that clear? Now, if the distance is greater than 100, so third answer, okay, distance is greater than 100, no. Okay, what happens now? Distance is greater than 100. Okay, what happens? Payment option will become, this will become now not false, this will become true. Is that clear? Right? Now this one true. Now if vehicle type is bus, third answer says distance is 101. Okay, let's if 101, no, so it will come to the payment option. First it will check it will make the payment option false, right? Initially the program will make the payment option false, right? This is false. Now distance is 101, so it will execute the second statement, so payment option will become now true. See, now if vehicle type is bus, check the vehicle type, bus, that's also correct. Now the payment option will be again false. See, so that is why then the payment option will be false. So this answer is correct. Okay, if you go to the fourth one, okay, what is the problem with the fourth one? What is the problem? Okay, distance is 101. Okay, 101. Okay, more than 100. That is correct. No. Okay, if the distance, fourth answer. Now let's go to the fourth answer. Okay, distance is 101. Okay, that is correct. And vehicle type is car. There is no car type. No, there is no car type. So that is wrong. Is that clear? So there is no car type. So that is wrong. Is that clear? Very simple. But anyway, Sarah. Okay. Sarah, you are here or just you are joining to the class, right? So that is the reason for the fourth one. So the correct answer is third one. Is that clear? Right, next one. I hope it's clear. If you have any questions, please ask me. Next question, 2018, we did the 39. Okay, let's go to the 39. 39, interesting one. Okay, we will come to this later. We'll go to 2019 paper. You can try this at home. Okay, I'm leaving this for you. 2018, 2018 MCQ 39. Try this at home, right? Okay, you can try after the class. Just take a screenshot if you don't have the past paper. Okay, so we'll go to the 2019 now. 2019, very interesting question. 2019. Okay, let's start with 39. Right now, 39. Right now, again a pseudocode. Right. Consider the following pseudocode. Consider the following pseudocode. Like now, they have given the pseudocode. If the values input for the variable ABC 50, 30, 70 respectively. So they are entering three values, A 50, B is 30, and C is 70. What would be displayed as, what would be the displayed output? So what would be the output here? So what does that mean? What does that mean? What would be the output? Yes, who can tell me? What does that mean? Usma, what does that mean? Sathika? Arakam? Right, what does that mean? Display value. Yes, very good. So output mean you are displaying this value, you know. So they are talking about this part. What would be the value you see here? That is the output. That is your output. Okay. Now, okay, good, Hani. So yeah, you already I have okay, already some you people. I think you already did half some, right? Okay, good. Yes, basically you can do you can create a small tracing table, right? Then you can find the answer easily. Just mark these values and you can find the answers easily. Let me check the answers. Umar correct, Samiha correct, Rida correct, Najat correct, Hafsa correct, right correct. Excellent, very good. I hope you guys are not referring to your marking schemes. Uzma correct, okay. Uzma also correct, okay, good. So yes, do this one. Najat, yes, how about others like Arkam, Fadila, Hani, Zuhra. Yes, Arkam correct, right? Shihan correct, Hani correct, Zaharin correct, Raiza correct, Uzma correct, yes. So very easy. Zuhra correct, yes, good. So you read the pseudocode, right? You know how it works now, right? Just okay, what you can do is okay, read ABC. So we will say ABC. Read ABC. No, that means what is read ABC mean? What does this mean? You input three values A, B, C. Okay, let's say A, B, C. So initial values we have given here. A is 50, B is 30, and C is 70. So A is 50, B is 30, C is 70, right? Okay, now what happens? Okay, value equals 0. Okay, you have another variable which is called value, that is 0. This is the basic of this tracing table, right? Remember the tracing table? So we did sorry, with the flowchart, right? Okay. Now let's check the condition. Okay, look at this one. If you are unable to do this, that's fine, because we are practicing. Okay, so if you are unable to do first time, right, try to understand what when I explain this after the class also, you can think, you can just give a try and see. Okay, if A greater than B, what happened? If A greater than B, then okay, let's take the, if A greater than B, what do you think? A is greater than B. If A greater than B, look at this condition, A greater than B. That is, A is 50 greater than B. So A greater than B condition is true. Now what happened? If this condition is true, because A is 50, B is 30, so condition is true. This is true, no? Right? So what happened now? If A greater than C, what happened? A greater than C, A greater than C condition. A is 50, C is 70. So is this true or false? Is this true or false? Yes, quick. Is this true or false? That is false.
False.
Very good. So this is false. Very simple. No? This is false. Because A is, what is A? 50, C is 70. So this is false. This is false. Now what happens then? Program won't go to this, it won't execute this one, it won't execute this, but it goes to the else part. Then value will be equal to C. So what is the value of C? What is the value of this variable value? That is that this will get the value in C. This would become 70. Okay, is that clear? Now program will end here, end if. Okay, now everything is done. Finally display the value. Finally what? Display the value. So because there is no loop or anything, it's just a if statement. So once done this, you just display the value. Display value. Okay, then what is inside the value variable? The 70. See, is that clear? So the answer should be the fourth one. Is that clear? Any questions? Okay, good. If you don't have any question, let's go to the next one. Okay, we don't want to waste the time. Okay, 36. Question number 36. Question number 30. If you want, you can. If you are, I mean, if you don't, I mean, if you couldn't get the answer, you can draw this one, right? You can just note down this in your notebook, right? Okay, 35. Question number 35. No, this is not. Right. Not 35. I guess. What is that? 36. Sorry. 36. Right. Again. Okay. Interesting one. 36. Read the question 36. Consider the following flowchart, following pseudocode segment. Consider the following pseudocode segment. So we are talking about 2019 MCQ, right? Question number 36. Again, right? Okay. Now again, you create a pseudocode. Flow tracing table, right? So you can go to read units. So create something like units here. Then okay, there's a condition. Then you should have something called amount, right? What would be the output if the value 175 is input for the value units? So we are reading 175. So this is initially the unit is 175. You are reading 175. Reading mean what? Your input. So the unit initial value of unit is 175. Initial value of unit is 175. Right. Yes, correct, right. Risa, correct. Right, also correct. Hani, very good. Hani, correct. So again, go, I mean, read one statement one by one, right? So if condition, check this one, then okay, then the other parts, right? Go one by one. Arkam correct, Samiha correct, Hafsa correct, Uzma correct, Rida correct. Yes, Omar Sharik, correct. Arakam, correct. Zaharin, correct. Good. Very good. I think now it's becoming clear, right? I don't know. How many of you learn the way we are doing in your school? I mean, like, learn the pseudocode, like then you do past papers. How many of you cover the same way in your school? Raise the hands if anyone learn the same way. Like you learn the theory like this, then you do the past papers, then you go to the other section. So is anyone like that? Is anyone have that experience? Shihan, correct, very good. Fadila, correct. Zohra, correct. So how many of you completed this unit in the school now? No, I think since now you have 4 5 days school is happening, so you will be able to finish more. I mean, okay, 6, right? Okay, good. Uzma, Atika, Raid, Zaharin, Lakshmi. So you guys have finished this unit, okay? Then when you compare with what you learn in the school, right? I'm just asking these feedbacks for my information, right? Nothing to, I'm not going to publish in the status like Facebook or WhatsApp. So what do you see? I mean, do you see a different in a way we learn? Or it's very similar to the way you have learned the school? So you are just repeating what you have learned in the school, or you see as any different the way we are doing here in the class? I'm asking about this flow chart and pseudo codes. Yes, right. So you can send the feedback later, also no problem. I'm just asking. While others, to be frank, the way we study in the class is totally different from the way we learn from our school. Totally different mean same contents, right? Same thing. Don't worry. Maybe approach. Yes, I know that some people they do some different approaches. Let's practice. Yes, it is different when comparing. We can easily understand. Yes, because when I'm asking, then you should. I mean, you should have a. I mean, when you come to a class by paying, then you should have a benefit, right? Okay. Shall we see this one? Right. Now, you initially you say read the units. So you're reading the unit. They say the unit value is 175. So you are reading. Reading mean what? You are taking into the computer, typing through the keyboard, or maybe scanning to the computer, whatever the way. You are reading to the computer, 175. That's the initial value. So you explain more clear and better. I understood completely after studying from you. Yeah, thank you. Then so it's different when comparing to school. Some differences, school is school. In school we have less practice. Yes, that's yeah, comes with the time also, right? If unit less than or equal 50, so we'll come to this one now. If unit less than or equal to 50, okay, our unit value is 175. Is this condition is true or false? Is this true or false now? Less than or equal 50, what do you think? Is it true or false?
False.
False, right? It's very simple. So not true, it's false. So it's false. Now what happened to the program? It won't execute the if statement, whatever the statement inside if. So it goes to the else part. Now there's another if unit is greater than 50 and unit is less than or equal 150. They are saying unit is in between 50 or not 50, because less than greater than 50, no, so it should be 51 and 150. Can you understand this? If the unit is in between this, they are saying unit is greater than 50 and less than or equal 150. That means unit should be 51 to 150. Okay, our unit is 175 no. Okay, that is true. So this is true. This is true. So it will go to the amount, this statement. So it will go to this statement. Now calculate the amount. What is the amount when you calculate it? 50 plus unit minus 50 into 2. So what is the value? 50. Okay, let's do this one. So this is true. So let's do this calculation. So unit is now 175. 175 minus 50 into 2 plus 50. So if you do this calculation, right, 175 minus 50 is how much? 175 minus 50 is 125. Into 2 is 250. Then add 50. So 250 plus 50. How much is this? Am I right? 175, 125, 250. Is it 300? If I'm wrong, just let me know, sir. Right. Okay. Sorry. Yes, it's my mistake. Sorry. Because sorry, I didn't notice that. Very good. Sorry, I didn't notice that. Okay. So yes. So this is so when the unit is within this range, right? So you should go to this statement. But our unit is 175. No, 174. What happens now? It will go to the else part. Sorry, not to this other part. It will go to the else part. So again, this is 250 plus units is 175. 175, you can do this calculation, minus 150 into 5. That means what? How much is that? When you do this calculation, right? When you do this calculation, that is 250 plus 170 minus 150 is 25, no? So 250 plus 25 into 5, that is 250 plus 125. So 250 into 125 is 375. 375, right? So you can get the calculation. Then the answer should be the fourth one. Answer should be the fourth one. Is that clear? So yes, I think I missed the first one. So you have to check the condition, right? So here you check the condition, first one. The condition is so unit value is greater than 50. So we don't do this one. It goes to the else part. So we have two conditions, as I said. Okay. Now greater than 50 and less than 150. So it's in between 51 to 150. But our unit value is 175. So that then what happens? Program will execute the else part. So program will execute this part. So now, so in order to find out the amount value, because we are displaying the amount, the question is, what would be the output if the value 175 is input for the variable in units? So they are asking the output. Output means the display. What is the value you are displaying? So in order to find out the amount value, you have to substitute units, right? Then you do the calculation. Just do this calculation and you will end up in 375. So any questions? Okay, so if you don't have any questions, right? So that's all we have for today. So we'll continue this. We have more questions, right? So we have to cover some more past paper questions. So we'll continue this in next class as well. Okay, then